Hi everybody, it's Mr. Mott. I'm going to go through the unknown pH solutions that we tested today, and hopefully the screen won't be too shaky. So here we go. This is sample A, and I believe it was some Sierra Mist. So I always start out with my sample testing in bromothymol blue, and it turned yellow. Now you want to look at your indicator chart to find out what does that tell you. Okay, so between 1 and 5, bromothymol blue is yellow between pH 1 and 5. So now we want to look at other indicators between 1 and 5, and what I always like to do is alizarin yellow. Alizarin yellow is different between 1 and 5 because between 1 and 3 it'll form a yellow precipitate, or it'll just turn a yellow solution. When we look at our sample here, try to bring this closer, you can see some yellow solid there. So I know right away that it's between 1 and 3. So then I look to Congo red. And so Congo red has some different shades of purple between 1 and 3 and even 1 and 4. So that's why I chose that. And so here's my sample in Congo red, and it's kind of a purpley color. So what then I did was I thought, well, it must be probably somewhere around 3. And so what I did is I tested pH 3 and pH 4. I put Congo red in both. And to my eye, Congo red matches pH 3 the best. So I thought solution A was right around pH 3. Okay. Next we have solution B. Okay. Move that over, and it's very, very similar. So the same process kind of applied because my solution was yellow in bromothymol blue. I went to alizarin yellow, and I went to Congo red. And so the same kind of ideas, and this one too matched pH 3. Okay. Then I went to reaction C here, or sample C, and so this one was different because it turned blue. So first thing I did was it turned blue in bromothymol blue, so I knew it was basic. Then what I did is that I wanted to see so for bromothymol blue, I know if it's blue, it's between 8 and 13, which is the column on the left. Then I went to the next column over where it says colorless, light pink, and pink. That's phenolphthalein. I wanted to see maybe it's somewhere around 9 or 10. I wanted to see the difference. So I tested phenolphthalein, and so here's my sample right there. And then this was pH 9 and pH 10. And so my sample matched 9 more. Okay. Then I went to alizarin yellow. Alizarin yellow, okay, this column here, as I go down, it shows some differences. I'll go over here between 10 and 13. And so I wanted to see what color that would turn. And my sample was a really light yellow. I think it may have faded just a little bit. And so I tested it, and they were all, this is 9, 10, and 11, also in alizarin yellow. And I think it matched the pH 9 a little bit better. All right, or actually pH 10, I think. So this one was a tricky one. The solution is sort of keep reacting because it's a strong solution. It keeps changing a little bit. All right. Sample D was very similar. I took bromothymol blue and turned blue. Then I went to Cresol red. And so Cresol red has some different colors that are in the basic range. So Cresol red is the far right hand column. And so it's turning pink and fuchsia, light orange, orange, pink. So my sample that I tested turned kind of a pink fuchsia. So I was thinking it's somewhere around 9 or so. I went to thymol blue, and it's a very light gray. It's very difficult to tell. Kind of a light grayish blue. And so my thymol, and so let me try to point to it here. So thymol is the third column over. Okay, and so gray-blue is right around pH 9. And so what I did, and same thing with alizarin, alizarin pH 9 is right here by my thumb, which is like a yellow, and pH 10 is a light orange. So I chose pH 9 and 10 to verify which it was. So I have pH 9 in here, 10 in these two. And my thiamol matched 10 better here, and I think it also matched 10 better than my sample matched 10. So I think I will narrow it down that one to about 10. Okay. Letter F, very similar, it turned blue. And so then I went to Cresol again and gave me kind of a light orange here. Phenolphthalein I tested just because at pH 1 to 8 it's colorless. And so, so I've kind of narrowed down bromothymol blue. I have the range of 8 to 13. This range is 1 to 8, so where they overlap is at 8. And so that gives me a lot of information. So I tested pH 7 and 8 just to really verify. And my sample is kind of in between these colors, in between 7 and 8. So I think I'm comfortable saying that my sample is somewhere between 7 and 8, but maybe a little bit closer to 8 just because my bromothymol blue turned blue. All right. Lastly, I've got sample F, and I've got bromothymol blue turning yellow, alizarin yellow giving me this yellow precipitate, so I know that the pH is 1 to 3. My Congo red is kind of a dark purple. And so what I did here is that I tested, this is pH 2 and pH 3. And they're both very dark, and on the screen it might be a little bit difficult to tell, but it matched pH 2 much better. All right. And then I think I tested Cresol red here, and it really didn't give me any more information because these colors look like my sample. So I'm thinking that it's around 2, and that's your samples.